Boss, you know we finally here, right?
John Duran.
Yeah.
What's up? Mate, do you know what I love? I've got to think, I love Fridays. They're the best day of the week. And I love the Friday
I love
songs.
it.
Like,
It's Friday then, then Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday then, then Saturday, Sunday, what?
Come on! Yes! Hello, everyone. It is Friday. How are you, everyone?
Friday.
We're back. It's Friday.
You have done it again. Saying it every week, but you made it through another week, and
Congratulations.
we are here. And we have a game tonight. We have a match tonight.
We do have a game. We better get this underway, mate. We've got to watch this game. Leicester versus Nottingham Forest. I mean, you might as well watch this. It's going to be 1-0, isn't it? Anyway.
I'm going to go to the pub and watch it for sure.
Pub.
The pub. In the club.
So, this week, everybody, our game is none other than Everton versus Fulham. Everton versus Fulham. We've obviously got a lot of belting games this week, but we thought we haven't done these teams yet, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. It's time for Match of the AI. Match of the AI. And
Tell us about it.
this week, Everton versus Fulham. And what happened last week? Last week was an absolute belter. One of our faves. We had Liverpool versus Chelsea. We had John Barnes singing The World in Motion rap. We had Mike Wine putting people to sleep with his droning, boring voice. It was hilarious. It was a belter. Going to be tough to match that this week, but let's see how we go. So, Will, you lost. Do you want to kick us off with your first pick?
Yes, absolutely right. So I lost last week, and you did the spinner, and I got Everton, and thought Everton was going to be a bit tricky for me, but I was like, who's in goal? And I could picture someone, and I was like, I could picture a mustache, and I was like, Neville Southall.
Of course.
There's an absolute big old boy in the goal frame. But yeah, what a goalkeeper. Love him.
Neville Southall.
Who you got?
It's Phil Neville's dad. That's not true. Phil and Gary Neville's dad is called Neville. That is true.
That is
true. My goalie, I wanted to have Edwin van der Sar, but we've had him before, and I've been told off before about reusing players, so I've had to go someone else, and I'm going with Mark Schwarzer.
Oh yeah, nice, good choice. In defence, I have got a current player, but not for the Toffees, Mr. John Stones.
Decent. Okay, fine. At the back for me, I have got the sexy ladies' man, Welsh heartthrob himself is Mr. Chris Carman.
Oh yeah. Oh, good one. Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a heartthrob here, if you like that kind of thing. Like another very current person in the world of the English Premier League. That's Mr. Mikel Arteta.
Oh. Okay. Fine.
Personal favourite of Tom's, you can say.
He offends me on so many levels, that guy. Anyway, I've got someone who'll give him short shrift and keep him quiet, Mr. Liverpool legend Danny Murphy.
Oh, God, yeah. Another pundit. You love your pundit.
I do, actually. I mean, look, it just so happens that Liverpool players know what they're talking about, and they all turn into pundits. I mean, you know what
just boring. Just really, really boring crap pundits. There isn't a good Liverpool good pundit. That's a fact.
I quite like Steve McManaman. I do quite like him. He's actually a decent pundit, to be fair. I actually quite enjoy
He's got better.
But I'm with you.
He's got better.
I'm with you. Like, I'm a big Liverpool fan. I love Carragher, but he's very annoying.
I don't.
He's quite annoying.
It's so annoying. Okay, I have
Spitty.
got...
Very spitty.
Very spitty, very biased. But, aren't we all?
Don't mind that.
Right, so midfield, I have got former well, there's quite a few Everton to United players, but I'm not going to get the pronunciation right.
Do you want me to pronounce your player for you?
Can you? Because I know it's obviously Fellaini, but is it Marianne Fellaini? Marouane. I never really got my tongue around that one. Who have you got?
Okay, I have got a former FPL favourite in Mr. Clint Dempsey. Remember Clint?
He was Yank.
Yeah, he was great, mate.
Another pundit. Is he? He's over in America now, I think, doing quite a lot of their punditry, but for the Premier League, because they love it over there. I've gone with a menace. He could have been in one of our previous games with the bad boys of football, and his name is Mr. Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, yeah, not off.
I'll never forget. Do you remember Soccer AM? And do you remember there was like, you remember Jimmy Bullard? You remember Jimmy Bullard, right?
Of course, man.
Right, so you remember Jimmy Bullard? Like, there's that classic clip. People on YouTube, you've got to check it out. It's like a bit of a scuffle in the middle of the box, and the players are all like piling on top of each other, and he just jumps over the top of all of them. And the ref's like, what are you doing? He went, just a bit of fun, innit? He gave him a yellow card. But then there's the other clip where when Duncan Ferguson, he punched someone in the box, and then Jimmy Bullard goes up to him and goes, "What'd you do that for?" And then Duncan Ferguson just gives him like the death stare. And Jimmy Bullard just goes like, does this weird little face.
You do not mess with Duncan Ferguson, do you? That guy.
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah, he's
terrifying.
He is terrifying, man. I've got a bit of a unit up top myself, actually, as it happens. I've gone. There was quite a few strikers that I quite like for Fulham. I was looking at, like Louis Saha and people like that. They've had some belters, but I've always had a bit of a soft spot also for Mr. Bobby Zamora. Love Bobby. He's a
big Bobby,
big bad Bobby up top, mate. Little favourite of mine. One of my mates is a big QPR fan. He's got a soft spot for him. So it's no, I thought I'd get him in. He also played for West Ham.
He did. He loved the London clubs, didn't he? He just had his family in London. Was like, I'm not going out. But yeah, my brother, my dad are QPR fans, and we always loved Big Bob.
You used to be a QPR fan, didn't you, Will?
I still follow them always there because they're my dad grew up in White City, so.
Okay, so guys, with this week's caveat, after Will telling me that we've got Duncan Ferguson in the squads, I thought I'd make it interesting and introduce a love triangle with Duncan Ferguson's missus and the ladies' man, Chris Coleman. So I've said to Grok, look, Duncan Ferguson's missus is on the sidelines. Chris Coleman has seen her and is willing to crack on at any opportunity. Let's see what Duncan Ferguson thinks about this.
This is going to get messy.
Yeah, so, Will, you should have the team.
I do.
You should have the game now in your notes. Will's going to do the first half. I'll do the second half. Let's go.
It's always good when the title reads something like Everton versus Fulham. Love, jealousy, and mayhem. This is going to be good.
Come on.
Okay, right.
Let's go, sports fans.
And we're kicking off. Right, the match begins with an electrifying atmosphere, not just for football, but for the dramatic tension brewing on the sidelines. 5th minute, Mikel Arteta tries to set the tone with a clever through ball, but Mark Schwarzer is quick off his line to collect. 12th minute, the first signs of trouble as Chris Coleman sends a charming smile towards Mrs. Ferguson during a throw-in, earning a scowl from Duncan Ferguson. 20th minute, Marouane Fellaini scores with a trademark header from a corner. Everton 1, Fulham 0. During the goal celebration, Coleman uses the distraction to wink at Mrs. Ferguson, not unnoticed by Big Duncan.
1-0 Fellaini header. Classic. That's a classic tactic of Everton's.
God, I kind of miss him, strangely enough. He was also a bit of a dirty boy, wasn't he? 25th minute, Fulham equalises through Clint Dempsey. Yes. He finds space after John Stones is more focused on the sideline drama than the game. Everton 1, Fulham 1.
Come on, goal, 1-1.
Oh, it's being noticed by all.
Dempsey.
Right.
So John Stones has seen there's something going down.
John Stones got distracted by the drama on the sidelines. 35th minute. Duncan Ferguson nearly scores, but instead of celebrating, he glares intensely at Coleman, who is now openly flirting from across the pitch. And that, my friends, is half time. The tension is palpable as teams head into the locker rooms, with Ferguson having to be restrained by his teammates from confronting Coleman. It's getting naughty.
Mate, no one's going to turn down the cheeky wink from Chris Coleman, right? That bloke. Did you ever watch Sunderland Till I Die? Did you ever watch that?
Do you know what? I did. I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch all of it.
Oh, mate, it was so good. It's so good. Yeah, really great series. I think there's a new series now. But anyway, mate, it's really worth it. But you can tell all the backroom staff, all like the tea ladies and coaches, they all love a bit of Coleman, man.
Do they?
Yeah, definitely. And he's a smooth operator.
I'm going to check it out.
All right, so second half, where we go? Right, I got it. 50th minute, Bobby Zamora and Fellaini start grappling over a contested ball. Shirts are stretched, tempers flare, and soon both have their shirts off, wrestling rather than playing football. The match descends into chaos. Duncan Ferguson, seeing Coleman blow another kiss towards his wife, charges at him like a bull. Coleman tries to sidestep, but Ferguson lands a punch, knocking Coleman out cold. 62nd minute. Players from both teams rush in. Zamora and Fellaini are already shirtless. They're still shirtless. They're already shirtless, now fully engaged in a wrestling match. Arteta tries to pull Ferguson back and gets knocked out inadvertently by a wild swing from Ferguson. Arteta's down as well.
So he's knocked out a couple of players.
Yeah, one of his own team. 65th minute, the referee, overwhelmed, starts handing out red cards like confetti.
I was going to say, where's the ref?
John Stones tries to play peacemaker but trips over Dempsey, who was trying to escape the melee. 70th minute, with several players sent off, including both managers who've joined the fray to defend their players, the game becomes unmanageable. Ferguson, in his rage, knocks out another couple of players, including Stones, who attempted to intervene. 75th minute, the match is officially abandoned with too many red cards, not enough players on the pitch, and the sideline turned battlefield. The ref has no choice but to call off the game. Post-match, the field looks like a scene from a battle rather than football match. Duncan Ferguson is finally subdued, his wrath having caused an unprecedented halt to what was supposed to be a football game. This match will go down in history, not for the goals or the play, but the unprecedented drama, brawls, and the sheer spectacle of jealousy and love triangles that overshadowed the sport itself. The FA would later launch an inquiry into events, leading to multiple bans, fines, and a significantly reshuffling of security measures at matches.
We have never had an abandoned game. That is excellent. Duncan Ferguson. I'm surprised we've not had more abandoned games due to his violence on the pitch, to be fair. My goodness.
I love that. So he's knocked out Coleman first. Second to go down. After that, you've got wrestling from Fellaini and Zamora, shirtless wrestle. Then he knocks out Stones, and then
he also knocks out Arteta by a mistake.
Oh yeah, that was my personal highlight. Arteta out of there, mate. All right, guys, love it. Hope you enjoyed this week's Match of the AI. Have a good weekend, everybody. Good luck in game week 9. Haaland double hat-trick, remember, guys. We're very excited about that. And we'll see you next week. That's a wrap. Hit the music.
Love a bit of fisticuffs. Fists in.
Coleman does a bit of fisting.
Oh, Coleman. He's a saucy boy.